Bonjour and welcome. This will be our first Narel family motion picture. So before we get to the actual film, we are going to have a short little recap of our 2011 year. It's been quite the eventful year. We've seen quite a few things. So we're going to start the year back in January, where we began with a blue jay in the fireplace. What an event that was. On from there, we played many games. I believe that was Quelf, where it appears Mom is some kind of mummy with toilet paper, and Rob is doing God knows what. Now, biking was a common theme this year. We've been all over the place. It appears we've been Newport. Looks like we're through the Abyss. And of course, we've been to the Bethel Industrial Park, doing plenty of laps around there. We've been all over, too. We've been to Staten Island. We've been to Brooklyn. We've pretty much been to all 5 boroughs. And we went to the 4th of July. Of course, wiffle ball on hand. And who could forget good old basketball, when we've got the old versus the young every year. Great tradition. And, oh, God, what a sally throw that is. But, of course, every year is not the same, with Dad's continual talk about someday getting a sports car. But right now, the thought of that is just crazy. So, whoa! We'll leave it at that. Next, we had a wedding, but this year it was not Lorraine and Rob's wedding. It was Michelle and TJ Budner's. It was good. That's right, TJ, it was. And of course, the Halloween party, but oh wait, it snowed. Yep, no Halloween party this year, but we did get a good chance to have a good Christmas party. Of course, here we've got the 4 Stooges. We've got, looks like Drinky, the Thinker, Sleepy, and of course, Frankie appears to be the only one paying attention. And, somebody looks like they're sleeping on the couch. So now, of course, throughout the year, we've met plenty of new funny characters. Of course, from Brooklyn, we have Nancy Doyle, quite the good character there. From Staten Island, we have the crazy Francesca Messina. That face, it's the first time I think she's seen a pond. We have, of course, Uncle Bruce. And last but not least, we have Rob Bujadej. Oh, cool! Nah, just kidding, just kidding. Today's film is actually going to be about Beauty and the Beast. So first, we're going to start off with our cast and characters, and then we're going to get right to the motion picture. Now we begin our story in a land far, far away. Let's call it Sandy Hook. So as we wake up in the morning, Belle begins her daily chores roaming the streets. Ah, bonjour, bonjour, as the people shout to her. Where are you off to today, Belle? Oh, well, you know, I'm just going to the tanning salon just to get a quick tan in and work 12 hours. Ah, well, that doesn't sound very fun at all. Belle continues throughout her day, dreaming of Prince Charming. Oh, ferrets and sheep. How I wish to find a man who will marry me and take me away on vacation to St. Thomas. Ah, what a wonderful thing it would be. I just wish he looked exactly like... One day I'll find him. God, I just know I will. My God, do I look fantastic today. Look at that chin. Don't you think I look great, LeFou? Oh, yes, sir, I think you look fantastic. Now, Maurice was Belle's father, an inventor he was, but yet he was very strict. He had his daughter sign a 27-year contract before she was allowed to go date. Now, Maurice was very famous for his invention, the first motor-powered wagon, the first of its kind. So on his way to go pick it up, he decided to take a little bit of a detour, and he found himself completely lost. He started to see things that he just couldn't explain, until finally he ended up at a castle. Maurice spent the night in the castle, but was woken abruptly from his sleep. To whom did he see? It was the Beast. The beast said in turn for his safety, he would have to bring his one daughter Belle back to the castle to meet the beast. So the next morning, Maurice traveled home. He explained the situation to Belle, and Belle seemed okay with it. She said that she would willingly go meet the beast. As she was about to leave, she looked at her father and said, "Dad, I just got another tattoo," and walked out. She immediately fell in love with the beast. He was everything she wanted as a great friend. Word spread quickly throughout the town as people began to know the relationship that the two had, and Gaston was not very happy about this. On the outskirts of town there was a bar. Gaston was very upset over what he's heard about Belle, and his sidekick LeFou was trying to make it that much better for him.
Every guy here'd love to be you, Gaston, even when taking your lumps. There's no man in town as admired as you. You're everyone's favorite guy. Everyone's awed and inspired by you, and it's not very hard to see why.
No one looks as slick as Gaston. No one throws a wiffle ball as quick as Gaston. No one's lips are incredibly thick like Gaston.
There's no man in town half as manly. Perfect, the pure paragon. You can ask any Tom, Dick, or Stanley, and they'll tell you whose team they prefer to be on.
No one's as big as Gaston. No one looks as cool as Gaston. No one poses for pictures better like Gaston. As a specimen, yes, I'm intimidating. Gaston was still completely enraged. He gathered up the troops, got into full uniform, and was heading to the beast's castle. The beast heard of the news. He did everything he could to prepare. He asked the wardrobe to hide Belle inside of her because she could not fight after taking a badminton birdie to the eye. Gaston raided the castle, but it was the quick work of Lumiere and Cogsworth that helped the battle. Cogsworth looked at Lumiere and said, "They're never gonna get in. They never completed their math homework." Gaston found himself backed up to the edge of the cliff with him and his last friend, Harry.
Help me get out! I got him!
To the bottom of the cliff he fell. To death he went. Now Belle and the beast embraced, finally having their first kiss. And who did appear as the beast transformed? Her Prince Charming. Now the day after, they all decided to have a party. And yes, they did party like a bunch of Mickey Mouses. Until Maurice looked outside and realized, Alright everybody, that's the end of the film. I hope you had some good laughs. We're just finishing up with a few other little pictures here. But let's all hope that we have a good 2012 year, and a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays to everybody.